So if you guys hung out till the end, get a sneak peek of the finished product. As you can see, we've been making some progress. Floor's done. I just moved these two cabinets in from the garage and unpacked them. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do cabinets. We're going to put these two cabinets in. We have to level them. And then I have cabinets for the middle here too, an upper and a lower. So we're going to do those. So I'll show you how we do the leveling of this one first, since I took the doors off of it. You're going to need some wood shims. And I got some screws. Let me see if I can show you the screws if you want to see the rest of the room here. So this is the laundry area, obviously. These are called SPAC screws. These are nice and long, and they're Torx head screws, perfect for doing the cabinets, that way they don't strip out. Got a box of those at the Home Depot. I had to put in this because I'm actually moving these cabinets out so that they're nice and almost level with the washer and dryer. So I had to build a little system here, plus they work perfect for getting these hoses right where I need them to go. We'll worry about this later. First I want to put in these cabinets and get this pantry done first. So we got a decent gap here, almost 3/4 of an inch on both of these, which means they're leaning forward because this floor is a little low right in front of here. So what we're going to do is, I have them both pushed up against this wall, and it looks like it's perfectly level like this, so that's good. And I'll check that one, make sure the same thing. So we'll make sure that this is level, so we don't need to adjust it this way, but we will have to get pieces underneath the front here first to push this up. And what we'll do is we'll put the level right here, and that'll give us, you can see, I don't know if you can see it, the bubble is way up. It almost needs to come up about 1/8 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. So what we'll do is I'll prop some under here first, like this. So we'll just push this back and underneath the corners here, like that. And then what we'll do is, we'll see how that is. Let me get another one under here. So, let's see how far we came. We moved a little bit, but we still need to come up more. So what we do is, we're just gonna tap these in. I'm just alternating them. And then just keep tapping. These are made, I don't know if you can see these shims, but they make the shims so that they go up in size. So as you tap them, they'll go raise this up little by little. I'll use my big level up here, and that way I can use the little level on the front. Looks like we still have to go up, so you just keep tapping this, and then I'll show you when I'm done. You're banging around a little bit. You can see it's perfectly level. You can see it's actually bowed out. Looks good. So what I'll do is, it's level this way. I check the level this way. It's spot on, right in the middle. So what I'll do is screw it in the back. Now you do have to find the studs. Now if you can see this little spot right here, but there's obviously a stud right there. So we'll measure over from that, and then we'll find the next stud over. And then there'll also be a stud in the corner over here because that's where the wall, this half wall is. So we'll screw into that corner. And I'll probably put one, maybe 3 screws in that corner. And then if we can find the other stud, we'll put screws in there too. Alright, so grab a screw, go right up in the just like that. You got one screw right up in the corner, and one right in here. I like to use the impact driver for this one, it seems to work a lot better. Just like that, we got 3 in. Now let's see if we can find another stud and we'll crank those in. So we'll do that one. There's a stud back here. Using the stud finder here. Set it on the wall, push the button, move it over, and then it's right there. So I marked that, and I just put a screw in up top here to pull this side over. Since there's no stud right here, that's the only place I can get to go over. So we'll do that, and then there's a stud here, right there. So I put one screw up there, and what we'll do is just tighten that one down, just like that. So the top's good. We got 3 screws up in there. What I'll do is throw a couple more in that line inside here. And it'll be nice and solid. For the uppers, I am going to, I can see a little spot right here, so I know the stud's right there. So what I'm going to do is put this level right over it. And then what I'll do is, I'll just draw a straight line, 16 inches from there. And we'll draw another line there. When you're drawing these lines, what you're looking for is the bubble to be straight in the middle. We'll just draw a line. So that'll mark our 2 studs. So when we put our upper cabinet, we can measure over from there and we'll know exactly where in the upper cabinet we need to drill. These 2 tall cabinets are done. Now we're gonna move on. So, number 1, when you're planning something like this, as far as working with cabinets, you gotta measure everything out and you gotta figure out what you need, because in this instance, these cabinets are 18, so that's a standard, but the middle ends up being 29.5. They don't make a 29.5 cabinet, so I had to special order a 27-inch cabinet. And then I have what they call filler pieces, which are, I got these from Lowe's. They're already painted the same color as the cabinets. So what I have to do is I'll have to rip these down into like 1.25 inch pieces to add on to the sides of both of these cabinets. But I'll show you how to do it, but I just want to give you a heads up. That's what you'll have to do when you don't have a standard size cabinet to work with. Back here in the laundry, the cabinets actually work out because it's 66 inches. But here, this ended up being like 65.25 or something because somebody, whoever built it, didn't do it exactly perfect size-wise, which happens often, so you just got to keep that in mind when you're ordering stuff. So what I have here is a 27-inch upper cabinet with double doors, and it's going to go right in the middle here. So we're going to do that next. So let me get it out of the box. As you can see, it comes with 2 shelves. It is exactly 27 inches. So if we come over here, it's going to be going in here, and it sits only 12 inches deep, so it'll be back here. Yeah, so I'm nearly 30 inches here, just shy of 30 inches. 27 inches, so it's about 1.5 inches on each side. So we'll cut that down, and hopefully that'll get us just right. We'll add a piece to each side, and then it'll go right up to the ceiling. And then we have our lines in here already, so all we gotta do is screw it in. We'll just put a screw at the top and a screw at the bottom. We'll be good to go. So let me take this down and cut this pretty much in half, because I think it's 3 inches. Not many of you are probably gonna have to do this as far as adding these shim pieces, but this is what they look like after I cut it up. So what we have to do, I'll show you how to do it anyways, just in case. What you're gonna want is obviously some clamps. You're going to want to clamp this on. Put a couple clamps on here. So you want to try to get it as flush as possible here. Lock that one in. Alright, so then once we got it clamped on, we'll start up here. What I'm going to do is drill a pilot hole carefully. I'm going to go from the inside out. Or actually, let's do it the other way. I'm going to switch over to this bit. This actually has my countersink bit, so we're going to go through with the countersink. And the nice thing about this, which I got at Rockler, is you can slide this right over, and now you got the screw bit. So what we can do is put the screw in, all in one shot. So then we just have to do that. We'll probably put 3 of them in here, one top, bottom, and middle somewhere. So, and then once we're done with that, it'll be right where we want it. We'll do that on each side. And then we can mount this thing up there. So what I'm doing is pre-drilling these screws in here right where they need to be, because you're not going to have a free hand, especially if you're working alone. If you have somebody to help you, great. But in most cases you won't. So what you want to do is pre-drill these 2 screws in. You got your screw guns right here. And then what I have over here is I cut this piece at 65 from the floor, because what we're going to do is rest the cabinet on it. And then that'll be our little guide. So we're going to let it sit right on here. And then we'll be able to put the cabinet up that'll hold it up for us. We don't have to hold the thing up in the air the whole time. All we gotta do is hold the top. So what I'm gonna do is drop a ruler. In here, I'm going to have to try to shim this in, maybe enough angle. Just like that. So that was a pretty good fit. And then we'll get that in there. So there you go, guys. I had a feeling it was going to be a little tricky to get it up in there. We'll get the old level out. See how this is. It's not bad. It's got to come up a little bit at that side, but it's actually pretty darn close. So now that you got it up there, normally I wouldn't stay like that, but because it's so snug right in between here, it's working pretty good. Now we're just going to make sure it's back. Just like that. I might have to shim the bottom out a little bit. Not a big deal. What I'll do is add a shim or two underneath here because it's a little angled back. Stick some shims right back here where you're going to screw it in. So let me do that. So, got it up here, put the doors back on. Alright, there we go. Now you can adjust these in and out. That's what the little adjustments are on all of these hinges, if you didn't know that. So we'll do that afterwards. The gaps came out perfect with those little shim pieces. So that's it. I'm going to put the base cabinet in, but that's just the same as doing these tall ones, so I'm not going to bother showing you that. Literally just the same thing. I'm going to pop it in here. I'm going to cut two shims to screw to the side, and then I'm going to match it up with the front of these two tall ones. If you can see that. I'm just going to match it up right in here. It's going to sit right in between these two, so we'll do that. And then I got a piece of countertop I'll put in, but hey, for cabinets, that's how you do it. If you're interested in cabinets, these are actually the in-stock ones from Lowe's, which is actually, they're pretty reasonable. They were just on sale. We wanted white shaker cabinets, so it was actually cheaper than me trying to build all of these. Coming up, I think I told you I'm going to end up making pull-outs for all of these, so this is just temporary for now. Eventually there's going to be drawers and slide-outs on both of these, and then that's going to be a whole nother project, and then I'll take these doors off and put them on there. So hopefully this helps you out. If you liked it, thanks to all my new subscribers. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video. Make sure you subscribe and like this video. It really helps me out on YouTube. And that's it. If you guys hung out till the end, get a sneak peek of the finished product. This is what it looks like when it's all done. We got black handles on it. Everything's done. I put some stuff up top here. If you want to see the countertop, it's actually a piece of butcher block, same as I used over there. I did do a video on making this countertop. What I had to do is just notch this around here, and then I just rounded off the edges. And then I ended up cutting a piece to make this shelf too, so I could have everything. Bought a little wine rack online, painted it white, and that holds all the wine racks upside down. So I think it came out nice. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.